Dead Man Break is a play about the Waterfall train disaster. Well, the subject of the play is the Waterfall train disaster. So it looks at people who were involved in the disaster. They were passengers on the train, and the ones who I interviewed were conscious through most of the disaster, so they could talk about it.
It's a universal story. It's a story of overcoming tragedy and trauma and disaster and the human qualities that come out of an experience like that help us to grow and continue our lives in a really meaningful way.
I sort of looked at the side of the train, and in a split second I thought, this is a bit wrong. So I immediately threw my bag against the window and I jumped to the middle of the seat, so that if something did happen, I calculated I would go straight down the aisle.
It speaks about larger metaphysical questions, and it speaks about human experience in the face of chaos and disaster, and how we react to that and how we support each other and how we get through times of extremity.
I would liken it to that feeling when you're in a car and you're approaching a corner at very high speed and you realise you don't know if you're going to take the corner. But that's how it felt on the train.
So the theme of the play is really the heroic nature of the common person. And another theme is how do I deal with the bigger questions of life, and what's my particular take on that.
I'm on top of the window looking down and I'm watching these silver things fly on me. And it's like looking into a deep pool or a well with all these silver fish flashing past, and that was the actual train lines that we were sliding across.
Well, verbatim theatre is theatre that's kind of often called documentary theatre, but it actually is not that. Documentary implies that you're just sort of telling the facts, whereas as a playwright, as a theatre maker, what I think we traffic in as theatre makers is the human spirit and human nature. So it is a play which you'll come out knowing more about the train crash, but hopefully you will also feel more about the emotional experience of the people. And I feel that verbatim theatre is really theatre which has some kind of relationship to the community from which the stories are drawn.
I catch this southbound train a lot, like 2 or 3 times a week.
It was like something shaking the whole bottom of the carriage so that I could feel it in the seat.
I was in terror, you know, real terror, like I was utterly terrified.
What's unusual about this script is Alana has also written poetry, or I suppose a more sort of metaphysical element into the play, which is quite unusual for verbatim work. And we thought it might be quite interesting to explore that poetry through music. So I approached Daryl Wallis to work with us to compose music to go with the songs, as well as a sort of soundscape.
I know for me, when I've gone through certain periods in my life that have been traumatising or emotional, I always kind of get through with music or with song, or you remember a song from a certain period of your life, or this was my breakup song here, or I listened to this album when so-and-so died. In that sense, music can be incredibly healing.
I hope that people come and see it as an act of community commemoration. I think that people will actually find it very moving.
It's a story which has its roots in the Wollongong community.
People should come to see Dead Man Break because it's very moving and it's very real, and it's also on other levels.
I really think that people will take from it a surprise about the beauty of the way the music works.
What I think would be great for an audience to take away is a sense that at times of crisis, at times of tragedy in our lives, we often ask those big questions that are common to all of us. And I think there's a kind of beauty and a sense of collective experience in those moments that we can all share.
There's a melancholy beauty in things. This play will not leave you feeling, you know, bad or tragic. It will actually uplift you, I think.